Part of the other things that the dog's got to learn that you're going to need him to do a retrieve is you're going to have to handle him like this. Your dog is going to have you be able to touch his mouth and his muzzle, around the base of his head, and scratch his ears as you do it in this fashion, not doing it on the couch watching TV. Do it right like this. Standing in front of him like you're going to have him do something for you, because you're going to. No, no, no. Sit, sit, sit. Sit, 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 sit. These are basic things that he's going to have to do. Now, as I carry on into this, I'm going to emphasize certain things because you have one of two ways to put a retrieve on your dog. You will either do it, or you'll pay somebody like me to do it. If you do it, you've got control over how it happens and you know how it goes. You pay somebody like me to do it, with the exception of me, because y'all know I'm going to tell you the truth and I don't care if you come watch or not. If that's the deal. Okay? They're going to say one thing to your face, but I can assure you when they're not looking at you or when you're not there and they force retrieve that dog, they will make that dog understand when I give a signal, open your friggin' mouth and keep it open until I take it. And whatever I put in there, shut your mouth and hold it till I tell you to give it up. And when I say give it up, put it in my hand now. And it will be that direct.
Good, good, good.
Okay? Now you've got to try to be that direct without being that direct. Sort of. Because y'all got a relationship with him. Y'all love him. That's what makes the difference. It boggles my mind sometimes that people can't see that that's the fundamental difference between you and the trainer that's up there telling you how to do stuff, and they've got one dog that they can do something with that you don't know. They've trained that dog up to 2 and 3 years and probably had somebody else help work with it as they get up there and show you, oh, this is my dog. See how well they can manage it. You need to do this with your dog too. And you're like, wow, look at that. I want my dog to do that.
Good set.
And then you try to do that, but you don't have all the help that they had. You didn't spend all the time that they had. And there was a time in their life that when they was doing that, they didn't do nothing but work with their dog. They didn't have a job. Somebody else was paying their bills. They just worked with their dog. And that's not realistic for the average homeowner. So now, what I'm going to do is try to get y'all to see how there's nothing to be afraid of. If there was, I'd have signaled and we'd both be running. But there's not. So shut up and do what I told you. Get right over there and be quiet. A little business. I did have a person ask me this question. I'm going to answer this question before I go into this, because they asked me. Because when I told him that I was going to have this class, he was like, what in the hell's wrong with you, Frank? And I said, why? And he said, okay, you know that your formula is not going to fit. I said, why? And he said, well, you know, remember we talked about this when we was kids, okay? So y'all kind of know who it is before I leave say it. He said, and now you've got all these different dogs that are problem animals with different people at different skill levels, and you're going to try to get them to all come together and learn at a similar rate to get the dog to do a reliable retrieve. Over anything. I don't care. Just put a sock in its mouth. He said that's just not going to happen. Because when we were trying to figure out how to do classes and stuff and things earlier on, we come to the conclusion very quickly. There's a reason why trainers specialize in breeds or go to a particular discipline and maintain that discipline. Because there's so many variables here. Okay? But what are the variables that we're going to work with? People who have a living relationship with their dog that is a part of their family, that they communicate with daily, that they will begin to expect a standard of behavior for sure to accomplish these goals. That's one. Two, that we have what we consider at least intelligent dogs, okay, that we know can accomplish the very simple tasks that we're going to ask of them. That's it. So now, quick history on dog training and how it led up to all this. And when I say quick, I'm going to brush over this so we can get to what y'all, again, need to do. No matter what anybody tells you, all dog training as we know it started in the military. And that's where the techniques were derived from. Military needed dogs, put out to the civilian population, bring us dogs or we'll come and take them. They bring them dogs, they get people who don't know anything about dogs. You are now a dog handler, go over there. Now that I've got a bunch of dog handlers over here, this is what we're going to do. Okay, that's good. That'll be a good start. Well, and what? Here, let me show y'all this right quick with her, so y'all can see how. Sit. If she lets her fight, she's going to keep fighting. Okay. Good, 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 good. She's got to hold it there enough for her to settle down. Okay. And what she can do, here's something that y'all might have to do. You might have to work the dog's butt off. What Keeler said to do was go do your novice work until the dog was at the point of his highest attentiveness. Which means you'd been out there left, right, turn around, doing your square, moving, jumping, so that when you sit, the dog is ready, making you do this and make you that. Listen, I'll be honest, I don't care if you do it or not. It's up to you. I'm showing you how. Okay? You follow the principles that work. If you choose not to follow the principles, or if you do things sloppily, the dog will show that that's what's happening. There's no doubt about it. He can't lie to us. Okay? So what you want to do is keep him attentive on you, put it in his mouth again, but make it look irrelevant, and then start moving again. Okay, so once again, everybody that's done it, I want you to stop right there, and I'm going to show a couple of things. Okay, so here's what I don't want you to do. So now that I got this going, here's a couple of things I don't want you to do. Keep him. If you're holding it in his mouth long enough for him to want to lay down and get away from you, that's too long. Okay. What I don't want you to do is hold him out like this and try to stick it in his mouth. No, I want him to come from right here. Good, good.